me beg, you make me beg. Every time I come over, you make me beg. But why? You kiss your touch and leave my. But why? Rajon nimbo 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 ninza. 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 Sitting on motoka, sitting on kabanja, sitting on bling, jagala kuwa some love. Give me some love, be my better half. I promise I would never let you down, my girl. Jewelry, dollar bills, many things don't mean nothing. For as long as you got my heart, 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 heart. Naye wachonga mbako mawoluli, sikumanyi bulungi njakwetegereza. I say yes, I say no, I say baby let's take it slow. You were my number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never a bad part. You make me big, you make me big, me big. But why? You kiss your touch and leave my. But why? Rajon nimbo 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 ninza. Rajon
Drone mumulabye bwayisa mu corner on a solid line.
nimbo 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 ninza. Rajon nimbo 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 ninza.
In a town.
But you never ever take what I say. I see I need you. But you do what you do ever again. Rock my world, it goes around, around and round and round and round. I love you so, I need you so, I never leave you so. Girl, I tell you this every day, every night, that I really feel you again deny. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Rajon nimbo 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 Rajon ninza. Rajon nimbo 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 ninza. Rajon nimbo 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 ninza. Rajon nimbo nimbo ninza. Rajon nimbo kabanja sitting up bling jagala kuwa some. Give me some lemon, lemon butter. I promise I will never let you down. Rajon nimbo 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 ninza. Rajon nimbo nimbo ninza. That ain't gonna last for long. Time does not wait. Okay, man.
Good morning my people. Mwasuze mutya. Today is Market Tuesday. Kansubire muli bulungi. Yeah. So kati abalina business mu Lugambe field hybrid ogira endabikira bubi bannange. Endabikira bubi nnyo.
Say what I saw, show you ya.
every time. But tell her the wallet is heavy. Okay, man. Tasha.
Okay, man. DJ.
Guys, remember a wish I used to talk about eyo musajja avuga obubi. Ye wish eyo mugirabe weyisizaawo ng'eri wavaayo loole ng'ayisiza mu narrow spot. Ye wish gye nali njogerako yali ovuga obubi. Ne waava mmanyiiwo avuga bubi. I don't want to say nti waliwo abantu abafuna accident n'ogamba obakakkanemu. Eyo accident eyinza omuyigiriza. Because abantu bwe batyo. The problem with overtaking in a town like this is that goisa osobola you can overtake that chigege ojiraba ojisa ku speed yawa gulu. But the reason why that chigege is stopping is because someone is crossing. So you can knock another person. We no sigala ngo oli mulamu nga gotomedde omumalidde w'obulamu oba omumenya amagumba. So waliwo abantu abamu tugamba oba bw'anaafuna accident oba kimugwana kakkanemuko oyo musajja avuga bubi. I know him. Avuga bubi nnyo. Okitegeera. The reason why they tell you guys not to overtake in corners in towns is because in town anything can happen. After you guys already know, most Africans are really backward. They are not informed. Abafirika abamu basala busazi. Kati emmotoka ekuli maaso esobola okubegenda mpola because ebaze nti oli omuntu asala kegende mpola asobole okumalayo. Nojja n'ogiyisa n'omukuba. And there are so many accidents that happen like that. Nti omuntu aba ayisa emmotoka ekuli maaso yo nebanga esibamu we nojja n'okuba. So in towns, whenever you can, please don't overtake. Wait mmale okufuluma bu town. Actually kyalibadde kirungi when you get out of the town, wait for the mark that tells you now you can go beyond 50 kilometers per hour. And then you can start. Kati wantu nga wano tewali nsonga lwaki oyisa. Okitegeera. Tewali nsonga lwaki oba oyise wantu bwe wati. Because ojja kuyisa otomera omuntu w'abandi ate gwereetera ebizibu. Because the issue should not even be you knocking another person, because goyinza oba tokifaako nga you knocking another person doesn't bother you, but the amount of problems you will get after knocking a person. Okitegeera. Ebizibu byogenda okufuna ng'omaze otomera omuntu nze nkubuulira tojja kubyagala. Because ekisooka the moment you knock another person kati owooza na government ate nga n'oli complainant naye waddembe okujja n'ateekayo n'abeera witness. I'm telling you, every time you have an accident that involves knocking a person, you'll spend a little over 7 million. Ekyo nkigamba. Ate nga that 7 million gw'otomedde tajja nazifunako zijja kuggwera awo mwaba abantu abo abakuyambako nduka tukutereeta zino tunaaziwa omulwadde tebazimuwa. Okitegeera. And on top of that, you'll impact another person's life. Your emotional stability will be impacted. Ogenda kubeera ne trauma. Your experience. Okitegeera. So in towns, first of all, don't overtake. But also in towns, now I'm doing 45 kilometers per hour. This is a town. Mutawuni muno, be at 45 kilometers per hour or less. Because mutawuni is, the maximum speed according to the Ugandan law is 50 kilometers per hour. Okitegeera. So kati bw'obeera mu tawuni ng'eno ng'ovuga 70 kilometers per hour ddala oba olaga wa kyekyamaanyi ky'ogoba. Because sometimes I be driving 45 and I even feel I'm really fast. Okitegeera. Ojja kgenda oli aslowinze down okuyita kuleka w'akagaali ayite waasale oba owa pikipiki emusiseeko ali mu kusala agende ku mafuta omukube ofune ebizibu okyankalanye obulamu bw'omuntu omulala naawe oba obukyankalane, because it can never be the same. Kati olaba ng'oyo wa boda ayinako akaana akakwikataddeyo n'omukono oli nga aslowinga down gwe ng'ogamba abantu tebategeera ng'oyisa labotta omwana w'abandi. Do you know how much trouble you'd be in? Owa boda agenda kuba ayagala boda mpya, ayagala omusasula sente z'abadde akola buli lunaku, ono ow'omwana ayagala omuwe sente zizaawo omwana we. A lot of trouble. But I hope you guys are doing well. Today we are still talking about branding, the second part, and we're going to talk about the process. At least part of the process. Sagala biba byonna because Platos is okufuna abantu abanaasoma. So Platos is at platosinstitute.com. platosinstitute.com, which oba typing mu browser yo. Genda mu Chrome typing platosinstitute.com. Ukitegeera. Katulaba ngono wakasuka aluteza akabi. Ukitegeera kati weebuuza ayisa alagawa. Ukitegeera ayisa talina gy'alaga naye yawulira alina okuyisa. This place is very delicate. Very delicate. But anyway, today we are talking about branding. Abalina business was marketing abantu bazitegeere. Ukitegeera. Traveler, that's Friday. Tubuza ina kubidi zokazoka tugende ku Friday. Tugende ku Friday. Ebibuuzo byonna bya Friday baganda bange. Leero tusigale mu marketing. If you ask me a marketing related question, a business related question, I could answer. Yes, simanyi era sibiddamu naye byemmanyi nja kubiddamu. But car related question, tuziteeke ku Friday. Ekiboozi eky'emmoroka olwayo tokireeta enkya. Yeah, today is Market Tuesday. We market our businesses, we learn marketing, and then of course I also tell you that I do pre-purchase inspection. I'm your man, I'm the guardian angel. I come with a mechanic and we make sure that you get a good car. We charge only 450,000 Kampala Central Business District for 1 day, and normally I tell you first deposit the 50k on my phone, call me, and then we see if you can afford the car you want or if you should adjust. There are budgets, like I always say, that should not be picky, and there are budgets that should be picky, and then there are budgets that just can't afford the car you want. So you deposit a 50k, you call me, and then we talk about that, and then we decide if we should go ahead with the inspection or not. See, I said that's for sure. But also, I know you can afford it. Affording at the same time, but not the condition you want. Yeah, I also sell tracking devices at 350,000 and 450,000. The device of 350,000 is not voice activated. The one for 450,000 is voice activated. Gives you real time location of your car. It can show you the history of the car. You can turn off the engine remotely. Even if you are in the UK and the car is in Uganda, you can turn it off. You get alerts every time someone turns on the engine, every time someone is idling for a set period of time. You can get alerts when they turn off the engine, when they overspeed. So it's a very good device. It protects the entire car from being taken. However, I also sell alarms which protect the parts of your car. See, the way we install the alarm make it pretty hard for someone to be on your car long enough to take anything. So it will be entunda of your car. We just on a pre-purchase inspection. Then I also run a digital marketing class at Platos Institute. We have a 1-month course and then a 1-week course. The 1-week course starts tomorrow. So you can come and be part of the open day, which is free, and then you decide if you want to go ahead with the course. So, but I hope you guys have a good morning. Mine is not bad. The weather looks dull. We don't know if it's going to rain cats and dogs, but it looks dull. It doesn't look bright. It might, if you're in Uganda, it might affect how you feel the entire day, because yeah, a bright day normally spells a bright outlook on things, and then a dull day normally does the same. But guys, me, I give cars this distance because in case of multiple vehicles hitting behind parts. Mostly with those accidents that involve multiple vehicles. I want to because that kind of distance. Those things are damaging. Temoroka ye fa maso ne fa ne magenya. Ochitengera, and I would prefer I'd prefer that when you guys are driving, you also give this much distance because it will keep your car safe. Temoroka yende weba tesiba bulungi olabe no distance eri wakati we moroka zange eyange ne kigegeyo. This distance is very enough for me to brake and not hit that guy. Ochiraba ne bwasiba bubi, I'm still safe. Ochitegeera nsobola okumuyita kati nengenda nepa distance emoroka ate eri endi maaso. Sometimes omuntu ajja kujja mu sente nga nemoroka ye teziriimu naye azikugjemu because gwa mutomedde. Kati mumulowooza akayongeza kalimyadde miliyoni 3 ako teziriimu naye gwegeza okakwoleka emabega ojja kufulumya emitwalo 7 nga bwebuza emitwalo 7 yagenda zikolamu ki. Ochitegeera. So that's what that happens when you get involved in accidents. But anyway, today tuli mu kusoma the process of branding. I'm going to give you a bit of it so that mwabagenda otandika business namwe abalina business mumanya ekirina okusooka ki na ki kyolina okukola when you're branding. Now, last time we defined a brand as how your customers, all prospective customers, feel about your business. That's your brand. Like how your kids feel about you. That's the image they have in their head of you. That's your brand to them. Which together, what we think about police, what we feel about police is their brand. Newe bana akola ki, newe bana akyusa uniform, newe bana agula emmotoka empya. Okitegeera nga tebakyusizza bye bakola. Okitegeera, their brand in our heads is still going to be the same. Okitegeera. So there are certain things that we do to try and make our brand loved, make our brand positive in the minds of our customers and prospective customers. Okitegeera. Yeah. So anyway, what's the process when you're going to brand? The very first step in branding should be understanding your target market. That's the first step. Ani agenda obeera customer wange banange mukole nnyo laba baana baabo bali basatu ku boda. Very dangerous. I cannot stop to tell you how dangerous that is. Abaana basatu ku boda bonna bato kyemanyi n'okwekwata bibeekutte tebamanyi oba banywedde oba tebanywedde. Baana basatu babo ku boda. Omukulu aleka wa myaka nga 7. Oyo omuwala asembye emabega y'emukulu. Waliwo oli ali ku mayembe, also very dangerous. Waliwo akatoka ekali mu makkati. Ate ono omukulu ya protectinze oli ali mu makkati kyokka ye talina helmet. But even then helmet nze ndaba ebiseera ebimu batalina kyetaasa singa sino twaka yebeera nnyo abaana abo. Ate nga ababoda ffenna tukimanyi bw'aba n'abaana ate olwo avuga bubi nnyo. Laba bw'ayisiza ku left omwana wa boda oyo alina abaana yali badde avugira mu makkati ng'emmotoka endala. That keeps them safer. And for the guys that are on this live broadcasting ovuga pichi, you have a right to drive your motorcycle in the middle of the road. Okitegeera. Olaba akayongeza tokalaba nti kafu kwegeza okakooneko lojja okumanya nti erangi ya bbeeyi 7 naye konna kafu tamanyi oba ne gy'alaga anaatuuka naye gwe kakulubuleko olabe ojja kumanya nti rangi ya bbeeyi, ojja kumanya nti emmoloka za bbeeyi, ojja kumanya nti emmoloka si munnyo. Yeah. So branding, the first step is to know who your target market is or your target audience. What do I mean? We have a very big population in Uganda, about 42 million Ugandans. I think now we are more than 42 because tulina abantu abamu ku muzadde abaana basatu omwaka ng'omusajja omwazi ozadde abaana basatu, 3 different mothers, abamu ku muzadde balongo basatu, baana basatu omulundi gumu. So the population has definitely grown, probably 45 million Ugandans. But like I say, you cannot serve all the all Ugandans tosobola kati olaba nga bwe bali awo waliwo oli akutte flag, that's a different target market. Waliwo oyo wa border, that's a different target market. Abo abaana abayimiridde is a different target market. Ne bali abali ku border is a different target market. N'oli omusajja atambula nga akutte akasawo is a different target market. Abo abakadde abatambula bombi batambula bakadde, but they are different. Oli ayambadde Gomez is a different target market. N'oli ayambadde Kitete is a different target market. Wano we tuli mu jam, nze Arthur am a different target market, oyo ali mu Nuwa is a different target market. N'oli waka IST is a different target market. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. So you cannot serve all of us. Ne bw'obeera ku kyalo kyo nga it's a local business, you cannot serve everyone. Ne bw'oba oyagala otya. Okitegeera, there is no way you're going to bring a product nga it serves everyone. Era businesses eservinga buli muntu tezirimu bulungi ssente. Let me give you an example. Border borders. Border borders can help someone survive, but border borders, it's not a sustainable business because you cannot know what direction it's taking. A border will take all classes of people. And because it takes all classes of people, it's not easy for you to predict where the market is going. It's not easy for you to predict what people are thinking. It's not easy for you to predict what their spending patterns are. It's not easy to predict where they be going all the time. It's not easy. So the border business gives you some money, but I can tell you that it's not a sustainable business to put your money, because you cannot know where the market, what the trends of the market are. You serve everyone. Mu business we serving buli muntu uzibu nnyo. Chovola bane business ya kigege. You do it while it's still profitable. The moment it stops, you get out. Tomanyani go serving. Okitegeera. Chovola ba in every business you need to have a target market. Buli business you subira okola for more than a year. Nga senge survive, senga if all factors constant, you want to do that business for 10 years, 20 years, probably leave it to your kids. You need to have a target market, yeah, and you need to be sure what their thought process is. Katfe Dynamo, we are introducing a product. It's a meeting I was in on Sunday. It was a very good meeting, and I was with the target market, yeah. I was with the people that will support that product, that will pay for that product, that will make paying for that product possible, yeah. And I was talking to them, trying to figure out what they want to spend on the product, when they want to spend on the product, what their timelines are, what you get it. So I was in a meeting trying to figure out, because not everyone is going to be my target market. So we have different products, and each product has a target market. That's why bumali mumbuza ne athe mizanyo gyogiragadde ne bagamba nja bakolerayo ogwa abantu ba bulijjo, because nze emizanyo gyange sijja abantu ba bulijjo. Buli muzanyo gwina target market. Okitegeera. So the first step in branding should be knowing who your target market is. Is it a young person myaka 13 ku 15, 13 ku 18? Nga kadanke wabana myaka 13 paka 18. Chivola tugenda sanga kadanke mu university. Kadanke it's even a full brand. Bajita kadanke house, kadanke brand house. Organizing events, but they organize events in schools. Either bwogenda mu kadanke brand house nga you want to partner with them ku product agenda mu masomero, you're successful because the CEO knows every product, every brand that will sponsor school events. Okitegedde, kati he's specialized and he's good. Okitegeera, bwogenda kuba promoter b'ebivulu, for example, ba promoter b'ebivulu mulimu abamanyi ekyalo, nga ye bw'oba ogenda kukola kivulu ekyannamukaaka asobola okukikubayira from A to Z. He specialized there. Awo kafulu tajja mu kibuga ekyaddondo tateekayo kivulu. Era ne bw'omugamba muno bw'ombuuza ekyaddondo tunaakola tutuukole tamanyi. Naye gwe mugambe njagala teeka kivulu kya gomba. He can even look at a field n'akugamba oba ogenda teeka mu kino ekisaawe weetaaga ebikutiya ebiveera ebibikka 100, weetaaga abasikaala 20, weetaaga kwogera na DPC w'egundi, weetaaga okwogera ne chairman w'egindi. Ebyo byasobola okubibala n'akugamba n'okugamba ekivulu kiteekeyo lwakutano tokiteekayo ku Sunday lwa nsonga bweti ne bweti. Okitegeera ate era bw'abigamba no going against them era tojja kukola wabula if you follow what he says ojja kukola. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, guys. So your target market is very important. Mulimu abantu abakola business nga takolanga na ku logo nga tajeetaaga kuba akimanyi. His target market doesn't need a logo. His target market doesn't need paperwork. His target, you get it? Nga bakimanyi. There is a time I did inspection for a lady. Nangamba, she's in the coffee business. Yali aveyo Masaka. And I was asking her, okay, how does coffee work? And she said, for them, what they do is they go to coffee farmers and they lend them money. They lend them money to use, during their plantation period. And also during the plantation period. So what they also do is they supervise the planting, the weeding. Is the entire process of is back. Gabajja kusendeza aweze bakula coffee ubeyi entufu. Kale they buy the coffee from you and then they deduct whatever money they lent you. What are they doing? They are making sure the coffee farmers can actually survive. Of the coffee farmers, for them they are not in business. And then after they have bought, they export the coffee. They process and then export the coffee. Kachitegeza kilo gye yagula 15,000 asobola gitunda emitwalo 2, and no one will complain because first of all he made sure that you have money to produce. So kitegeeza tewagendako mu banka kwewola eri agenda obigula yennyini yakuwola. Kati bwe kitegeeza bw'onoova eri n'ogamba oyingire coffee business nga tomanye how the people that export coffee have been able to survive, you might struggle a little. You're going to struggle a little because you don't understand your target market. The coffee farmers never have money. Actually, majority of farmers never have money. So they survive on borrowing. They lend these farmers money during school fees period. Farmer n'asasula fees z'abaana be najja n'alimanga mu mativu nti abaana be bagenze ku ssomero. When the harvest time comes, kati okitegeera kati abantu ngabo business eziri underground zotagenda kumanya naye nga zikola sente empya n'enkadde. Togenda kusanga kalango kaabwe ku TV. Kyovula oyo omukyala yali Masaka era when she bought her car she went back to Masaka. Era she was calling me about how the transfer of her car nga ali Masaka. Era agenda okujja okugula emmotoka eyo Masaka yalinga avuga piki. Okitegeera era yangamba sometimes agenda n'emmotoka ye but most times era avuga piki ya company. You get. So give me a minute. Travel life vlog okozeseza akagambo galibo nange nenkulabira ddala ng'okoze byange osuddewo ekigambo nga bwe ntera obisuula bu meaning ogitegeera later. Travel life vlog otadde ekigambo wekinyumira n'omanya n'omala n'ogaa nayewe kinyumiddewo naye kyo kyekigendawo. Travel life vlog agambye mbu nno the weather today looks gullible. Football Tribe is saying branding is a long-term process that gives the brand identity. Yes. So after you have discovered who your target is, yeah, what is the next step? Because remember, you have a product, so you decide, I want to serve this group of people. Your next step should be to investigate your competition. Now, normally abantu abasomera ku platos ne basoma digital marketing assignment yawe esooka ebeeraawo. It's for them to find out three big players in the market. Yeah, so you search 3 competitors abamaanyi. Ate jukira omaze okudetermininga who your target market is, so n'ogenda kudetermininga who your competition is. Kiki ogenda okulaba oba determininga competition? Oyagala kumanya what do they do good, what do they do bad, what message are they pushing, what do the audience think about them. Then of course oyina n'okwebuuza because at that time gwekafulu oyina okwebuuza how good are their products and services. Then ne market yennyini n'ogikolamu survey n'obuuza what does the market think about the products that these big players are doing, because the market will definitely tell you omanyi si babi naye balina bye bakola ebitunyiiza. Then they will tell you. Why are you finding that out? You're trying to be better than your competition. You're trying to know what their weak points are so that you have an entry point. Obanga musajja akwana mukazi mufumbo, you first befriend her, nosooka omanya weaknesses za bbaawe zonna. Okitegeera, omala omanya weaknesses za bbaawe kati gwe woleeta amaanyi. Kubanga abakazi tebalina focus bulungi. Ye bbaawe babeera katugeze ayomba ng'ebirala byonna abikola. Bw'anaafuna atayomba agenda kwerabira nti waliwo ebirala. Agambe olaba ono tayomba nakuyomba, agende n'oyo atayomba. Amala kutuuka eyo n'azuula nti ono ekirungi kye yalina kyali kimu, kyali butayomba, ate yali tayomba kuba yali ayagala kulya. Okitegeera? So that's how markets also are. You do something that your competition is not doing and you take over the market. You remember, for the people that were old enough, we had Airtel and then Warid Telecom came. What Warid Telecom did when they came is, because the internet quality is the same, so what they did is they introduced very cheap internet bundles. They introduced very small denominations of airtime. Zukira bwe bajja baleeta ne airtime w'ebisatu. You guys remember? Balina ne airtime w'ebisatu. And that was big for the Ugandans. Nti baleeta airtime w'ebisatu ne Airtel ne panikinga. Nereta airtime w'ebitaano there and then. Okitegeera. And that was like a shift in the market. That was a shift in the market. I'm sure you guys remember. Nti Warid Telecom, when Warid Telecom was coming into the market, they looked at the weakness that all these other players, because at that time we had only Airtel and MTN, and the weak point was that these guys did not have affordable internet or affordable airtime. Okay, small denominations of airtime. If said nga airtime wena gula 1,200 oba oyagala oba toyagala, ne bajja ne basooka baleeta ow'ebitaano, ne baleeta ow'ebisatu. I remember there is a time Warid Telecom even brought airtime of 100 shillings. Mumujjukira ow'ekikumi. Kati Warid bwe yajja neeta airtime owalayisi, everyone had a Warid line. Nga fena tulina MTN oba Airtel, nene tukattako Warid Telecom. Because with Warid you could buy airtime of 100 shillings. And that revolutionized the industry. Of course, like the big players, they are MTN and Airtel. I'm sure they fought Warid. Paka Warid we yaguza Airtel. But I'm also quite sure that Warid is with the strategy of let's go, take over the market, then sell to the player that gives us the most money. Then you guys remember how Vodafone came. Vodafone yajjanga tezegguza buli muntu, yajjanga ezegguza ba student n'abavubuka airtime. I mean data. For them they were data focused. I bought the Vodafone MiFi. Internet here were very fast. That was around 2013. Their internet was fast. Ngaya bay na yenga very fast. And for some time they survived. I remember we were talking to the marketing manager. He had some marketing when I saw marketing. Now to come, the reason why Vodafone went under was because the owners of the company, one of Uganda, they failed to agree on where the direction to take for the company. I think some people wanted to sell, other people wanted to stay, and then that's how they failed. And there are other companies that came into the market and they failed. For example, Smart Telecom. Smart Telecom is a company that comes from Dubai, and it came into the market, and I think they did not have a clear target market. They were serving everyone. You can't serve everyone. Whenever you try to serve everyone, you fail. Recently, kati yali Tangerine. I bought data with Tangerine nga yakajja. Na internet tujugule emitwalo mukaaga nga it's really fast. Right now je muita Laika. Laika was a very good, I mean Tangerine was very good. It was also focused on university students and young working adults. Abavubuka abaina startups and all that. And I think it was doing well. Tangerine had its rules. You don't buy our line and put it in a device. Tangerine also only worked in their devices. Only in their devices. I remember when I went to buy Tangerine line, they made me buy Tangerine MiFi. I had my router, but they made me buy MiFi because that was their rule. Now, I think normally when people bring businesses, they know their target market and all this, and then they miscalculate. But was and they're breaking even in the first 2 years, and they don't break even. I think that's what happened with Tangerine. Yeah, because they were doing very well, and then all of a sudden during the lockdown, they sell to Laika. Obasecho, they just got an offer that was too good, because Laika is also an international. Because Laika is from Spain, right? Yeah. So you have to research your biggest 3 competitors and understand what makes them tick. Understand what makes them the big 3. So because once you understand what makes them the big 3, then you can compete favorably with them. That's step number 2. That's step number 2 with branding. Now, ngenda bakomyawo olwaleero akukaba mala. If you don't know who the big 3 players in your market are, then my brother, you are in the wrong business. You need to know who the big players in your market are and what makes them tick. You need to keep researching. You need to keep finding out about them. Benchmarking, copying if you must, but doing it better. The businesses where you cannot, because border who is the big player? It used to be Safe Border. Kati abani abantu ba safe aba Uber ne one baleta border nabane baleta border. But I find that it's a very big possibility that Safe Border forgot who their market was. Because when you look at their business model, maybe it's a discrepancy in their business model. But when you look at their business model, Safe Border has 2 customers. Safe Border has the first customer who is the border owner, because they were border ye. Choka bwamala kufuna border ye, guys, mukiriza kuzanya music ono muloko leta tutanzikiza kuogera. tokyafeze era nkubase ayagala sente. For the guys that don't know the VITS RS, VITS RS yasooka eyo inabu indicator abu reverse lights buli mu bumper eyo ya 1300 sisi 1300 etambula. I remember when I bought my VITS yali ku UAS nengeringa pya ka S kakola nenjivuga paka Uganda. Oof, the feeling was fantastic, guys. I think for me that the feeling of buying that VITS is better than me buying a Bond car. There is no Bond car that can never beat the feeling I had when I bought my VITS UAS. It was like, you know how you buy a car and for like the first time emorokeyo kumpi ekora buli kimu oyina amateeka g'okugivuga ku macha nakeranga ku macha. And when I started it, I had to wait for the blue light to go because it's okay bugume. Of course it had an issue later. I realized nti nga bweba tenabuguma yepipiramu. That's not supposed to happen because in emoroka na yeka ina akatala kekamu naye bweba tenabuguma still tepipira. But still, for me, the feeling of that VITS, nothing can ever beat it. A person's first car, okay, I had driven like plenty of cars, but no car was as new as that VITS. Ochitegeera nakule moroka eringa munda monna mpya ebweru mpya. Oh my God, I don't think I've ever felt like that ever. Mvuze moroka za Bond ete wali moroka ya Bond yali mpa the feeling ya VITS eri. Ochitegeera eri moroka baka nakadaka oba oli akasanga antinda. But I no car has ever given me the feeling that VITS gave me. But anyway, today I'm marketing. But the steps be is a branding. A soccer determine your target market. Are they women? Are they male? Are they old people? Are they youth? Are they city dwellers? Are they villagers? Are they rich? Are they middle class? Are they poor? Once you understand who your target market is, kati otandika okukola strategy ng'ozikolera abo. Mukimanyi kati gwe star church mind waliyo omuntu akola events nga z'abaavu naye nga ssente z'akola tezimanyizizo kuba abaavu abaagala okukola emikolo be basinga obungi balina stress. Kati stress efiiraawo mu kujanjawazaawo. Okisegeera naye nga ye yategeera abaavu be okutimba kwe tekuba kwa amaanyi dongo tebiba by'amaanyi. Okitegeera bo baagala mukolo tebalina kirala kye baagala. Okitegeera bo ne bo bateramu nani stop nga tewali DJ bazina ne bakuba enguliko paka ku macha. Abaavu bo baagala bidongo bitafa. Gwe naje naje twakuba ebidongo twagenda enkuba neekuba abantu ne bazina ne bamala ne bakala. Enkuba yatonnya ekiro neecha ne bazina. Tugenda okukira ku macha ngatto ze zirimu amazzi ningo ezakaze. Kati there are people like that nga be ebivulu byabwe tebyetaaga nnyo tebina nnyo kye byetaaga bwe kasobawo ogudongo be bantu basuuna beni. Okitegeera they identify with Suna Ben. He gives them Suna Ben gives them kalimited kako Antonio kalabye kali ku number UCM ke twasangera nnyiniko makanika sure deal mwe badde mbanyumiza abantu basuuna Ben. Abantu basuuna Ben bali tebalina identity. Remember in the beginning identity y'abantu basuuna Ben yali reggaeton. Mumujukira reggaeton bukutuku takataka bukutuku takataka bukajukira ako reggaeton oyo ne reggaeton naagwa. And then ne babeerawo nga tebalina identity. Suna Ben n'abaleeta identity y'ekinyanyanyanya. Okitegeera kati abo abantu mwemulowooza mbu Suna Ben aleeta nnyo quality sound ye kasa ekinyanyanya kibanga kivaayo kuba olede ekinyanyanya kinyingi kisoundinga bulungi. Okitegeera kati abantu basuuna Ben bw'obanga otagetinga abantu basuuna Ben kuba Suna Ben aleka alina kabiiti kamundu za kubayo oluyimba lunaakuba kabiiti ekinyanyanyanya nakikuba nti ne bazina. Okitegeera kati eyo market ya Suna Ben ye market ya mujukira kazibwe Bashiri Mbaziira. I think he's MP now oba Kawempe South oba Kawempe North, Kawempe South I think. Okitegeera that market Kaziwe Bashiri Mbazira ira kati abantu bamuchawa simanyi bwagenda kukola. Kaziwe Bashiri Mbazira he used to make concerts where he used to tell people byafayo byensi n'obwengula at Bat Valley. That guy nga boda zijja nezigenda ku Bat Valley ku theater mu kisaawe ebweru nga baze kuuliza Kaziwe Bashiri Mbazira nga babuulira ebyafaayo Gaddafi bwe yafa abaana ba Gaddafi bali luddawa mizairo ziri luddawa eza Russia. Kati yo target market ya Kaziwe Bashiri Mbazira yeye kinyanyanyanya tebalina sente nyingi na yezo sente zaabwe entono bazikuwa okitegeera. Kati target market ya be bantu bagundi yani ono alien skin okitegeera ate sibe ba Juliana sibe ba Misachi. You guys get what I'm saying? So you need to understand your target market. Kati sawe no Misachi his target market bakungu. Of course kati nabe ekinyanyanyanya abamu bagenda yo because abakubira yakayimbo bakamu babubiri obuba womera naye nga target market ya Misachi bakungu, mostly bakungu. Katikiro wa Buganda yagala Misachi. I was once in a meeting with the Katikiro ne Misachi. Twali kachiko ke kamu ne Misachi. Anti kati Misachi is a sa. Twali kachiko ke kamu nga tutegeka festival ya Buganda. Na ina proposal generally mpandika where we have the festival tuinamu performing arts center ya Buganda. It's a very big project. And I can tell you Misachi, when Misachi walks into a room erimu abakungu ba Buganda, you can see that he's loved. Of course he's loved with everyone, by everyone. But right now Misachi wabakola music we tamukolera everyone. Amukolera abakungu n'abantu ba high class. Chovola Misachi bwakola concert kati agikola ku Serena, ku Africana. Nti abana nabo ne balusoto bajja, ne balusoto siba akolera. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So you need to understand who your target market is. Era about the kind of music he makes. Fetu munyumirwa abakungu. Life is good. Life is good. Ata yeye so mukungu. Ata yeye so mukungu. Banange Suna Ben is a genius in marketing. The way he has people who love him like a pastor. Okay. I didn't know that history about Kaziwe Bashiri. Mwemuloza Kaziwe Bashiri yayingira atya parliament. Kaziwe Bashiri was loved. Kaziwe Bashiri was loved. Kaziwe Bashiri atenga jukirera kawempe jari baboda be basinga yo. Damu yiro bulu Kaziwe Bashiri yakolanga. Mumanye ebintu program bye yakolanga ku Pale FM. Natandika okugamba abantu. Busimanya kakati Putin akoze ngateka yaka tururu naka kakati Putin yawoninze Trump tururu Trump namudiza namugamba nti gogezanga noleta miza alinga abera mu meeting zabwe tururu baina miza je bakoze erimu omukuguli mukoloro kwini tururu. You guys did not listen to those things. Nyinayo chali wange nganyumira Bashiri ngagenda yo nogenda yo. When you don't have enough entertainers, anything in supply will work for the demand. The likes of Suna Ben. Suna Ben is actually a true entertainer. Okay, I don't find him entertaining, but he's a true entertainer for his people. Kanula abana abayaibo ku washing beyo. Those people bantu ba Suna Ben. Bebali abantu bakazibe Bashiri ngamara okoze muroka ze wano 10 nga ine kizike kye nagenda nawe Kaziwe Bashiri 5 arabe Kaziwe Bashiri live nga Kaziwe Bashiri amugamba ebyafaayo bya Putin ne Zelensky comedian yafuka president okitegeera kati bana abantu bebala ba filimu za Vijay Junior okitegeera yenga filimu etali njogete munyumira. You get sebo yali kubukedde FM mukuye ateka akati gwe Kaziwe Bashiri gomanyi wa recently Kaziwe Bashiri atandikira ku Pale FM je yakolera erinnya nga radio yugumya ati nga Kaziwe Bashiri bwatali ba sponsor tebajja okitegeera. Kaziwe Bashiri was big and I feel sad that he has gone under like that. omuni wandyambi siri mukungu ndi wakitiibwa era kati fe audience ya Samisa Kisemakula alina oluyimba lyo yankubidde yaga nti nno osanga kundabirwamu yo simanya n'obuuza ku baneiba bo. I love that song. How much is a Toyota Field? Ebibuuzo bya ku Friday. Lero tuli mu marketing mwerere. So anyway, you need to understand who your target market is. Kati ate target market ya Suna Ben okumanya babeera loyo we bakwagala we bakuchawa. Those are the people you need to be very careful with. Be bantu abagala Bobby Wine. Nti oyo omuntu avuga pichi n'agijje Kampala n'agitwala Masaka nga Bobby Wine tamuwadde yadde 10. Okitegeera? Those people aba border chovula even the government is careful with them. Aba abantu basobola okusuula government abo mubala babo bagisudde dda. Temulaba government yagenda neteka obupande eri waggulu eri ku Lumumba wa border is not allowed. Ne babumenyako nga government eraba nga kamera ziraba tebalina kye babakola. Esaawe no waliyo gye buli naye batabavugirayo. Those people you need to be careful with them. Chovula whenever you get involved in an accident with the border soko omukakanye akakkanye banne otherwise bakuocha. Kati beba ye audience ya Suna Ben bwe kwagala nnyo bwe kuchawa nnyo, they have nothing to lose. Okitegeera? Even Epas made his songs for a specific exactly. Epas naye alina abantu b'olujanja bagira bakolera music abo tebatera genda mbivulu kyovula tannakola kivulu. He's careful with them. The corporate class are unpredictable. Okitegeera? If you're going to do a concert for the corporate class, you need to have a very good strategy of ticket sales. Tinting headlights should be illegal. It's illegal in the US, but also in Uganda. In Uganda, there is no law against tinting. There is a law against modification. That's the only law they can use to say tint is bad. Okitegeera? By the way, those programs about international news are still popular. Look at the sales a lot with pictures of Ukraine war. Tubaleted there. Abana bateka billboard. Mulaba bwakirinya ku billboard. Alinnyayo na muguwa wuyo kataleka agenda kujjayo kiri ekitundu baali. Oyo akola n'aba billboard oyo. Tali mu kwewangulira gundi tundu baali. Anyway, Choka, I used to listen to those things. Yes, it's not a problem to listen to those things. Ebimu baba balimba naye ate go no jawama ate nakusulu tebidi as popular as then, because then not everyone had access to internet to read those things for themselves. But right now people have access to internet. Okitegeera? So people can read things on their own without having to go to Kaziwe Bashiri Mbazira. Okitegeera? So that's the difference now. Ntera they are not as popular as they used to be then. Kati saawe eno abantu amawide bagafuna ku TikTok. Tewaliwo TikTok. TikTok is revolutionizing everything. But you guys see the importance of having a clear target market. Of course kati ndana abantu abamwe target market yekola yokka. Nabo tebamanya. Kati Kaziwe Bashiri target market yekola yokka. But Arthur Bashir had a following Banange, and women used to call him Bas. Basidi. Nozo uli deda abantu abayita omuntu Bashir bamwita Basidi Mbazira. Target market ye y'abantu bwakuchawa n'akuluga n'okuluga. Actually abantu abayita Bashir Basiri ye muntu akuluga nga ayagala omale kufa ne kuntanda jja n'akakasa nti gwego bazise. Aha, Jessica Jura. Abantu amanyi Bashiri je yava bo bamanyi je yava. Bukedde yagula mugule. Ng'emubba yo lwa audience je yayina. Seo mwe mwali mumumanyi. Mukuye fe Bashiri twava na yedda. Nenzo lwakuba nalonda Segirinya. Anze nali nonda nayi constituency Segirinya. Isoba Ivan, good morning. Arthur nakubako ebidongo egomba katanzirike bali tebakuta. I took 4 bass for full range 6 stops naye twakola for 3 days only kwanjula said I will pay you more. Fe twakolayo graduation ya muganda wa Bobby tebatuwa na sente. Generator ne gwamu amafuta ne batandika okukuba amayinja abantu begomba babinyo. Kati be abantu bakazi be Bashiri be basuna Beni. Boka start kizikira. Kasitata era twagenda okuvayo ku macha batuwerekeza amayinja. Abantu balisi balungi. Same with mayinja. Olaba audience ya mayinja bwe yamuchawa nnyo bwe bali bamwagala bali abantu ne bamuchawa kanika mayinja atesi wa abakungu n'abakungu bamuchawa. Mayinja sided with the oppressors kati abakungu nabo bamuchawa. Suna Beni akola ekivulu. You pay your 10k and the place is full to capacity. Misach is unique. He has remained friends with Kusasira and Mayinja who joined NRM and others like Lutaya. And Misach taina je kubira. Such events, my target is knowing what people want, and of course, they have little money, and that's why my sound capacity will be for kwanjula zatego. Awubo kikubye tibuli kwanjula nebo kuwa kakadde. Osegera omanyi obukadde bwo bunabu yingidde n'okwatako emitwalo nanogawa abaana n'omanya nti oyingiza emitwalo nkaaga buli site. I was surprised recently to be told that MTN nowadays supplies Wi-Fi at 1k to 5,000 for the whole day in markets. And those abagenda okulaba balina market, but literally everyone has a smartphone. But bwe Wi-Fi bu router bwe nalaba mbutale. There are routers in markets, by the way. Kalero waliyo router buli section ina router yayo. That's something. Internet is reaching everyone bit by bit. And before you know it, abantu abadde balimba abantu bajja kuddamu balimba. Omuntu asobola ogenda ku internet ne yeenoonyeza ebintu. Saddam higher. However, for me, I always followed proper safety procedure and had proper safety gears and made sure the environment is protected. Antonio nawe abikolangamu ebyagundi. Billboard. Our people in UG before I left in COVID times, I had already set a precedent that I want to work for Mr. Arthur, who is corporate and middle class. Now yes, sir, I'm not around, but gigs come through. Middle class ingabero ndanze sibasobola nze nganze. I cannot manage middle class. Middle class gisobola beronda nnyo. Wait. Nera bidingenda kuddayo netolole. So anyway guys, broadcast muloza yawedde da. Awa yafe yawedde kodda banaye kamba sibule. Mwebala nnyo kubeera ku broadcast olunaku olwaleero kansubira oyinayo kyoyize. Muyombya Mark Tusime Eddie Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm Starlock Stanix Morad K Momo Stallone BK David Sembate Antonio Random Things VIP Nathan Mr. Sengendo Abdul Travel Live Vlog MK Dental Hub Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm Brigitte Kakai Sebugwao Medi Mikel UG Traveler Football Tribe Wabuyi Nelson Paul Sema VIP David Sekaja Omni Wandiambi Toddy Ronald Heath Moses Lucky Mose Viola Namiro Jones Info Ntale Samuel Said Kagaba Pasco Joseph Buyinza Dennis Musawo Gambo Otia Jay Sekaja Mukuye Dennis Jr. Madidat David Jack Tumusime Mark W Tumbu Abiri Isoba Ivan Louis Nsereko Starch David Jack Tumusime Muse Masadam Lubega Francis mbokati ogenza atenga lwaki sigenda nyina okubalekanga mulimu akakyayagala okitegeera lero temumarketinze business za mwenze kanzire mumbagambe nti nkola pre-purchase inspection ku mitwala na 5 jokka nzija ne makanika ne nfuba okulaba nga moroka jofuna kyekyo steady nnyo gwe omulimu gugubira gumu gakugamba sijagala njagala maka tugurandi je kyaliyo maka tugurandi bwe mutaji gule ngenda jigula amabanja nze njimulekere musasule nga mpola njimuljeko kube mmeroka eri mbalagava era ndi mukukirowoozaako kaneweemu wiiki nze nja jigulayo ate mwe mugigule ebbeeyi nkyali mukwerowooza ndaba ekyo gikolera. The only problem kyenalaba kweyo Mark 2 brand si ya white, si ya silver, ya blue. Oyina engeri olumu gy'otulekamu olwoko. Aha, y'ekibozibozi. Sebo ffe tuli mu middle class taata. Muli mu middle class? Nze sinagituuka middle class. Sinagituuka, njagala njibuuke n'ogibuuka. Ngende lumu mu upper class. Ata nze ntunda laptops. Zitugambe, tell us about the laptops you sell. Chimanyi nti no inekubelieve wandege ba broken the part of it. Part of it was broken. Naye kabane kamba sibule, I'll see you why you buy fuel guzzler Mark 2. And zegenda bera moroka ya kusatu. Enze begenda bera moroka ya kusatu. Ebera moroka ya kusatu. Moroka yokusatu teina chengamba. Kale guys, kamba sibule mukama abampira omukisa. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Ekibozi kyemoroka enkya mu kirete. Explain in terms of brand how come people hate Mayinja yet forgive Chameleon. Also crossed to NRM and back. In terms of branding, why people hate Mayinja? Mayinja is not hated because he crossed to NRM. Mayinja, actually I can't say he's not hated. I want to say that Mayinja is not loved. Abantu bakyamwagala because Mayinja talina mugongo. Ya crossinga nagenda mu NRM naddayo mu NUP. Naddamu na crossinga nadda mu NRM atenga bwakolimira abantu. Okitegeera So Mayinja is not loved for that reason. Yengata omusajja olina okuba n'omugongo. Bw'osalawo nti kino kye ngenda okukola kikole. Ate Chameleon has never officially gone to NRM. Chameleon ye yakola bukozi gigi. Yayimba buyimbi luyimba lwe. Okitegeera. Ye yali mu luyimba, it was business, purely business. Ate teyeewozaako. The moment you try to deal with these people, oba oyonoonye. Then era ekirala, Chameleon is not as loved as he used to be. If you have noticed, Chameleon is not as loved as he used to be. Abantu bamwagala nnyo edda naye ennaku zino tebakyamwagalanga bwe bamwagalanga. Okitegeera. But tonnatuuka kwekotori. Lubega mbasiibudde obantuuse kwekotoriyo ekibozi tugenda kiddamu entya. But Arthur, if you fail to get a high roof, embozi tugiddemu enkya naye Mukama abawo omukisa.